This video contains audio content only. There are no visual elements or images accompanying the audio. If you're expecting to see video footage, please note that this is an intentional audio-only presentation. We recommend listening to this content rather than watching the screen. Thank you for your understanding and enjoy the audio. Introduction. Welcome, science enthusiasts and curious minds. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Sengis, also known as elephant-shrews. These remarkable creatures have captured the attention of researchers and animal lovers alike, and for good reason. Over the next hour or so, we'll explore the latest scientific research on these unique mammals, uncovering their evolutionary history, physical adaptations, behaviors, and the challenges they face in our changing world. Sengis are a group of small, insectivorous mammals native to Africa. Despite their common name, elephant-shrew, they're neither elephants nor shrews. In fact, their evolutionary story is far more intriguing than their name suggests. These creatures belong to the order Macrocyllidae and are part of the Afrotheria clade, a group that includes some surprisingly diverse animals. Throughout this presentation, we'll delve into several key aspects of Sengi biology and ecology. We'll explore their unique physical characteristics, including their distinctive trunk-like noses and impressive running abilities. We'll discuss their fascinating behaviors, from their monogamous mating habits to their precocial young. We'll also examine their distribution across Africa and the various habitats they've adapted to over millions of years. But our journey won't stop there. We'll also look at recent discoveries in the field, including newly identified species and the exciting rediscovery of a Sengi thought to be lost to science for half a century. These findings highlight the importance of ongoing research and the potential for new discoveries even in well-studied groups of animals. As we explore these topics, we'll touch on the broader implications of Sengi research. What can these animals teach us about evolution and adaptation? How do they fit into their ecosystems, and what roles do they play? And perhaps most importantly, what challenges do they face in our rapidly changing world, and how can we work to protect them? By the end of this presentation, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of these remarkable creatures and the cutting-edge research being conducted to unravel their secrets. Whether you're a biology student, a wildlife enthusiast, or simply someone who loves learning about the natural world, there's something here for everyone. So, let's embark on this journey into the world of Sengis. Get ready to be amazed by these small but mighty mammals that have captured the imagination of scientists and nature lovers around the globe. 1. Evolutionary history and taxonomy. Let's begin our deep dive into Sengi research by exploring their evolutionary history and taxonomy. This is a fascinating area of study that has seen significant developments in recent years, reshaping our understanding of these unique mammals. Sengis, or elephant-shrews, belong to the order Macrocyllidae. This order is part of the Afrotheria clade, a group of mammals that evolved in Africa and includes seemingly unrelated animals such as elephants, manatees, and aardvarks. This classification might seem surprising at first glance, given the stark differences in size and appearance between Sengis and their larger cousins. However, genetic studies have consistently supported this grouping, revealing the hidden connections in the mammalian family tree. The fossil record tells us that Sengis have a long and rich evolutionary history. The earliest known Sengi fossils date back to the Eocene epoch, approximately 45.6 million years ago. This places the origin of Sengis in a time when the African continent looked very different from today, with different climates and ecosystems shaping the evolution of these early mammals. Over millions of years, Sengis diversified into various forms. Some extinct species were quite different from modern Sengis, with adaptations for more herbivorous diets. Today, we recognize 20 extant species of Sengis, grouped into 6 genera. These genera are divided into 2 subfamilies: Rhynchocyaninae, which includes the larger, forest-dwelling giant Sengis, and Macrocyllidae, comprising the smaller, soft-furred Sengis. Recent genetic studies have led to some reclassifications within the Sengi family tree. For example, the Somali Sengi, previously thought to belong to the genus Elephantulus, was found to be genetically distinct enough to warrant its own genus, Galegisca. This highlights the ongoing nature of taxonomic research and the potential for new discoveries even in well-studied groups. One of the most intriguing aspects of Sengi evolution is their biogeographic history. Despite their current restriction to Africa, genetic evidence suggests that Sengis underwent long-distance dispersal events in their evolutionary past. Some closely related species are found in widely separated parts of Africa, raising questions about how and when these distributions occurred. Understanding the evolutionary history of Sengis is crucial for several reasons. It helps us interpret their unique adaptations in the context of their long evolutionary journey. It also provides insights into the broader patterns of mammalian evolution in Africa. Furthermore, this knowledge is essential for conservation efforts, as it helps us understand the genetic diversity within Sengi populations and the evolutionary distinctiveness of different species. As research continues, we may uncover even more surprises in the Sengi family tree. The application of new genetic techniques and the discovery of new fossils could further refine our understanding of Sengi evolution. This ongoing work reminds us that our knowledge of the natural world is always evolving, and there's always more to learn about even the most well-studied groups of animals. 2. Physical characteristics and adaptations. Now, let's turn our attention to the fascinating physical characteristics and adaptations of Sengis. These small mammals have evolved a unique set of features that make them perfectly suited to their lifestyles and environments. One of the most striking features of Sengis is their long, flexible, trunk-like snout. This proboscis is not just for show, it's a highly sensitive organ packed with nerve endings. Sengis use their snouts to probe the ground for insects, their primary food source. The flexibility of the snout allows them to explore cracks and crevices where their prey might be hiding. Some species can even use their snouts to flick small insects directly into their mouths. Another remarkable adaptation is their long, slender legs. These are particularly well developed in the hind limbs, giving Sengis a distinctive appearance and allowing for their impressive running abilities. Some species of Sengis can reach speeds of up to 28.8 km per hour. Quite a feat for an animal that typically weighs between 50 and 500 grams. This speed is crucial for escaping predators in the open habitats where many Sengi species live. The Sengi's feet are also specially adapted. Many species have bare soles with prominent pads, which provide excellent traction on various surfaces. This adaptation allows them to navigate rocky terrain or sandy soils with equal ease. Some forest-dwelling species even have partially prehensile toes, which help them climb and maneuver in their more complex habitats. Sengis have large eyes relative to their body size, which provide excellent vision. This is particularly important for species that are active during twilight hours when visual acuity can make the difference between spotting a predator in time or becoming a meal. Their large ears are also highly mobile, allowing them to detect the slightest sounds of approaching danger or potential prey. One of the most intriguing aspects of Sengi physiology is their ability to regulate their body temperature. Some species can enter a state of torpor, lowering their body temperature and metabolic rate to conserve energy during periods of food scarcity or extreme temperatures. This adaptation allows them to survive in environments where food resources may be unpredictable. Interestingly, female Sengis have a reproductive system that's quite unusual among mammals. They have a menstrual cycle similar to that of humans, which is rare outside of primates. This characteristic has made them valuable in certain types of medical research. The digestive system of Sengis is also worth noting. Despite their small size, they have a relatively long digestive tract with a well-developed cecum. This allows them to efficiently process their insect-based diet, extracting maximum nutrition from their food. These physical adaptations demonstrate the incredible plasticity of evolution. Sengis have developed a unique set of features that allow them to thrive in a wide range of African habitats, from arid deserts to dense forests. Each adaptation, from their distinctive snouts to their speedy legs, tells a story of millions of years of evolutionary fine-tuning. As we continue to study Sengis, we may uncover even more fascinating adaptations. For example, recent research has begun to explore the sensory capabilities of their trunks in more detail, revealing a level of sensitivity that rivals that of star-nosed moles. This ongoing research not only enhances our understanding of Sengis but also provides insights into the evolution of sensory systems in mammals more broadly. 3. Behavior and ecology. Let's now explore the captivating world of Sengi behavior and ecology. These small mammals exhibit a range of fascinating behaviors that have evolved to help them survive and thrive in their diverse habitats across Africa. One of the most interesting aspects of Sengi behavior is their social structure. Many Sengi species are monogamous, forming long-term pair bonds. This is relatively unusual among mammals, especially small insectivores. Pairs often share and defend a territory together, with males and females taking on different roles in territory defense. They use scent marking to establish and maintain these territories, with special glands on their feet and chest leaving chemical signals for other Sengis to interpret. The reproductive behavior of Sengis is equally fascinating. Despite their small size, Sengis give birth to highly precocial young. Unlike many small mammals that are born helpless, Sengi babies are born with their eyes open and are capable of running within hours of birth. This remarkable adaptation allows the young to quickly become independent, reducing their vulnerability to predators. Sengis are primarily insectivorous, with a diet consisting mainly of ants, termites, and other small invertebrates. Their feeding behavior is closely tied to their unique anatomy. They use their long, sensitive snouts to probe the ground for prey, and their long tongues to lap up insects. Some species have been observed creating and maintaining a network of trails through the leaf litter in their territory. These trails serve as efficient foraging routes, allowing the Sengis to quickly move through their habitat while searching for food. The activity patterns of Sengis vary between species. Some are primarily diurnal, being most active during the day, while others are crepuscular, preferring the twilight hours of dawn and dusk. A few species show more nocturnal tendencies. These different activity patterns likely evolved as adaptations to local environmental conditions and predation pressures. In terms of their ecological role, Sengis serve as important components of their ecosystems. As insectivores, they help to control invertebrate populations. They are also prey for a variety of predators, including snakes, birds of prey, and small carnivorous mammals. This places them in a crucial middle position in the food web of their habitats. One particularly interesting ecological adaptation is seen in some forest-dwelling Sengi species. These animals have been observed to have a mutualistic relationship with certain ant species. The Sengis feed on the ants, but in doing so, they also help to disperse the ants' spores, aiding in the ants' reproductive cycle. Recent research has also begun to explore the cognitive abilities of Sengis. Despite their small brain size, they show remarkable spatial memory, able to navigate complex trail systems and remember the locations of food sources. This cognitive capacity is likely linked to their need to efficiently forage in their territories and quickly escape from predators. The behavioral ecology of Sengis also includes some impressive physiological feats. As mentioned earlier, some species can enter a state of torpor to conserve energy. This behavior is closely tied to environmental conditions, with Sengis able to lower their body temperature and metabolic rate in response to food scarcity or extreme temperatures. Understanding the behavior and ecology of Sengis is crucial for their conservation. As we learn more about their habitat requirements, social structures, and ecological roles, we can better design conservation strategies to protect these unique mammals. Moreover, studying Sengi behavior provides valuable insights into the evolution of social systems, cognitive abilities, and ecological adaptations in small mammals more broadly. 4. Distribution and habitat. Now, let's explore the geographic distribution of Sengis and the diverse habitats they call home. Understanding where these fascinating creatures live and the environments they inhabit is crucial for both evolutionary studies and conservation efforts. Sengis are endemic to Africa, meaning they're found nowhere else in the world. However, within Africa, they have a wide distribution, occurring in a variety of habitats across much of the continent. Their range extends from the southern tip of Africa northward to the Sahel region, and from the western coast to the Horn of Africa in the east. What's particularly interesting about Sengi distribution is the diversity of habitats they occupy. Different Sengi species have adapted to thrive in environments ranging from arid deserts to dense tropical forests, and from coastal scrublands to high-altitude grasslands. This wide habitat range is a testament to the adaptability and evolutionary success of these small mammals. In southern Africa, several Sengi species inhabit the Namib and Kalahari deserts. These species, such as the round-eared Sengi, Macrocyllides proboscideus, have evolved specific adaptations to survive in these harsh, arid environments. They often have lighter coloration to blend with the sandy substrate and can obtain much of their water needs from their insect prey. Moving eastward, we find Sengis in the bushveld and savanna regions of countries like Botswana, Zimbabwe, and South Africa. Species like the bushveld Sengi, Elephant-Shrews and tufi, are well adapted to these more vegetated, but still relatively dry habitats. They often use clumps of grass or small shrubs for shelter. In East Africa, Sengis inhabit a range of habitats from coastal forests to inland savannas. The rufous Sengi, Elephant-Shrews rufescens, for example, is found in countries like Kenya and Tanzania, often in areas with dense undergrowth where it can create its characteristic trail systems. The forest regions of Central and West Africa are home to the giant Sengis of the genus Rhynchoceon. These larger Sengi species are adapted to the complex, multi-layered environment of tropical and subtropical forests. They're found in countries like the Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda, and even as far west as Senegal. One of the most intriguing aspects of Sengi distribution is the presence of isolated populations. The North African Sengi, Petrosaltator roseti, for example, is found only in Morocco and Algeria, separated from all other Sengi species by the Sahara Desert. This raises interesting questions about how and when this species became isolated from its southern relatives. Recent discoveries have expanded our understanding of Sengi distribution. In 2014, a new species of Sengi was discovered in Namibia, the Edendeka round-eared Sengi, Macrocyllides micus. This finding highlights that there may still be undiscovered Sengi populations in remote or understudied areas. Perhaps one of the most exciting recent developments in Sengi distribution studies was the rediscovery of the Somali Sengi, Galegiska rivwali, in Djibouti in 2020. This species hadn't been scientifically documented for 50 years and was previously thought to occur only in Somalia. Its rediscovery not only expanded its known range but also provided valuable data on its habitat preferences. Understanding Sengi distribution and habitat requirements is crucial for conservation efforts. Many Sengi species have specific habitat needs, and habitat loss or fragmentation can have serious impacts on their populations. For example, some forest-dwelling species are threatened by deforestation, while desert-dwelling species may be affected by climate change altering their arid habitats. Moreover, the distribution patterns of Sengis provide valuable insights into the biogeography and evolutionary history of African mammals. The presence of closely related species in widely separated areas, for instance, can give clues about past climate changes and how they influenced animal distributions. As research continues, we may discover even more about Sengi distribution. The use of new technologies, such as environmental DNA sampling, could help detect Sengi presence in areas where they're difficult to observe directly. This ongoing work will not only enhance our understanding of these fascinating mammals but also contribute to broader conservation and biogeographic studies in Africa. 5. Conservation status and challenges. As we've explored the unique characteristics and habitats of Sengis, it's crucial that we now turn our attention to their conservation status and the challenges they face in a rapidly changing world. Understanding these issues is key to ensuring the long-term survival of these fascinating mammals. Currently, the conservation status of Sengis varies widely among species. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, Red List, many Sengi species are listed as least concern. This category includes species like the short-eared Sengi, Macrocyllides proboscideus, and the rufous Sengi, Elephant-Shrews rufescens, which have relatively wide distributions and seem to be adapting well to some level of habitat modification. However, this least concern status doesn't mean these species are free from threats. Many face localized pressures from habitat loss, degradation, and fragmentation. As human populations expand and land use changes, Sengi habitats are often converted for agriculture, urban development, or other human uses. This can lead to isolated populations, reducing genetic diversity and making these populations more vulnerable to local extinctions. Some Sengis species face more serious conservation challenges. For example, all 4 species of giant Sengis, genus Rhynchoceon, are considered threatened to some degree. The gray-faced Sengi, Rhynchoceon eudzungwensis, is listed as vulnerable, while the golden-rumped Sengi, Rhynchoceon chrysopygus, is endangered. These forest-dwelling species are particularly susceptible to habitat loss due to deforestation and forest fragmentation. Climate change poses another significant threat to Sengi populations. As global temperatures rise and weather patterns shift, the habitats that Sengis have adapted to over millions of years are changing. This is particularly concerning for species with limited distributions or specific habitat requirements. Desert-dwelling species, for instance, may face challenges as arid regions become even drier and hotter. Another conservation challenge for Sengis is their low population densities. Even in suitable habitats, Sengi populations tend to be spread out, with pairs occupying relatively large territories. This makes them more vulnerable to local extinctions from random events or small-scale habitat disturbances. Invasive species and introduced predators can also pose a threat to Sengi populations. In some areas, domestic cats and dogs may prey on Sengis, particularly in regions where human settlements are expanding into Sengi habitats. One of the challenges in Sengi conservation is the lack of data for many species. Some, like the Somali Sengi, were until recently considered lost to science, making it difficult to assess their conservation needs. Even for better-known species, detailed population data is often lacking, which can hinder effective conservation planning. However, it's not all bad news for Sengi conservation. Recent discoveries and rediscoveries have highlighted the resilience of some Sengi species. The rediscovery of the Somali Sengi in Djibouti, for instance, not only expanded its known range but also suggested that the species might be more adaptable than previously thought. Conservation efforts for Sengis often focus on habitat protection. Establishing and maintaining protected areas that encompass Sengi habitats is crucial. This not only benefits Sengis but also a wide range of other species that share their ecosystems. Research also plays a vital role in Sengi conservation. Ongoing studies into Sengi ecology, behavior, and population dynamics provide valuable information for conservation planning. New technologies, such as camera traps and environmental DNA sampling, are enhancing our ability to monitor Sengi populations and detect their presence in different habitats. Public awareness and education are also important aspects of Sengi conservation. These unique mammals can serve as charismatic ambassadors for African biodiversity, helping to engage the public in broader conservation issues. Looking to the future, effective Sengi conservation will require a multifaceted approach. This includes continued research to fill knowledge gaps, habitat protection and restoration efforts, and strategies to mitigate the impacts of climate change. It will also require collaboration between scientists, conservation organizations, governments, and local communities. The conservation of Sengis is not just about preserving a group of unique mammals. It's about maintaining the complex ecosystems they're part of and the millions of years of evolutionary history they represent. As we continue to study and understand these fascinating creatures, we have the opportunity to ensure that future generations can also marvel at the diversity and adaptations of Sengis in the wild. 6. Recent discoveries and future research directions. As we conclude our exploration of Sengi research, let's look at some of the most exciting recent discoveries in the field and consider the future directions this research might take. The world of Sengi biology is dynamic and ever-evolving, with new findings continually reshaping our understanding of these fascinating mammals. One of the most notable recent discoveries was the rediscovery of the Somali Sengi, Galegiska rivwali, in 2020. This species hadn't been scientifically documented for over 50 years and was listed on Global Wildlife Conservation's 25 Most Wanted Lost Species list. Its rediscovery in Djibouti not only expanded its known range beyond Somalia but also provided valuable new data on its habitat preferences and behavior. This finding highlights the potential for rediscoveries of other poorly known or lost species and underscores the importance of continued field research. Another significant recent discovery was the description of a new Sengi species in 2014. The Etendeka round-eared sengi, Macrocyllides micus, was found in the remote Etendeka Plateau of Namibia. This tiny sengi, one of the smallest known, has a distinctive reddish fur that blends perfectly with its rocky desert habitat. The discovery of a new mammal species is always exciting, and this finding reminds us that there may still be undiscovered sengi species out there, particularly in remote or understudied areas. Recent genetic studies have also provided new insights into sengi evolution and taxonomy. For example, research published in 2020 revealed that the rufous sengi, previously Elephantulus rufescens, is actually more closely related to the genus Galegisca than to other Elephantulus species. This led to its reclassification as Galegisca rufescens, highlighting how molecular techniques are refining our understanding of sengi relationships. In terms of behavior and ecology, recent studies have shed new light on sengi cognitive abilities. Despite their small brain size, sengis have been found to possess impressive spatial memory, able to navigate complex trail systems and remember the locations of food sources. This research opens up new questions about the evolution of cognitive abilities in small mammals and the relationship between brain size and cognitive complexity. Looking to the future, there are several exciting directions that sengi research might take. One area of potential focus is the sensory capabilities of sengis, particularly the sensitivity of their trunk-like noses. Advanced imaging techniques and neurological studies could reveal more about how sengis perceive their environment and process sensory information. Another promising area for future research is the study of sengi physiology, particularly their ability to enter states of torpor. Understanding the mechanisms behind this could have implications not only for sengi biology but also for broader questions in mammalian physiology and potential applications in fields like space travel or medical treatments for humans. Climate change impacts on sengi populations and their habitats represent another crucial area for future research. Long-term studies tracking sengi populations and their responses to changing environmental conditions could provide valuable insights into how small mammals adapt to climate change and inform conservation strategies. The use of new technologies is likely to play an increasing role in sengi research. Environmental DNA sampling, for instance, could help detect sengi presence in areas where direct observation is difficult. Advanced tracking technologies could provide more detailed information about sengi movements and habitat use. And genomic studies could reveal more about sengi evolution, population structure, and adaptations to different environments. Collaborative research involving scientists from African countries where sengis are found will be crucial for future studies. Local knowledge and expertise are invaluable for understanding sengi ecology and for implementing effective conservation strategies. Finally, there's potential for sengis to serve as model organisms for various areas of biological research. Their unique characteristics, such as their precocial young and monogamous mating system, make them interesting subjects for studies on mammalian development and social behavior. As we look to the future of sengi research, it's clear that there's still much to learn about these remarkable mammals. Each new discovery not only enhances our understanding of sengis but also contributes to our broader knowledge of mammalian biology, evolution, and ecology. The ongoing study of sengis reminds us of the incredible diversity of life on our planet and the importance of continuing to explore and protect the natural world. Key takeaways and broader implications, 5 to 7 minutes, approximately 700 words. As we wrap up our exploration of sengi research, let's reflect on some key takeaways and consider the broader implications of this fascinating field of study. First and foremost, sengis exemplify the incredible diversity of mammalian life. Despite their small size, they possess a unique combination of features that sets them apart from other mammals. Their trunk-like noses, impressive running speed, and distant relation to elephants all challenge our preconceptions about mammalian evolution and adaptation. The study of sengis reminds us that the natural world is full of surprises, and there's always more to discover, even in well-studied groups of animals. The evolutionary history of sengis provides valuable insights into the broader patterns of mammalian evolution in Africa. As members of the Afrotheria clade, sengis are part of a fascinating story of continental isolation and adaptive radiation. Their long evolutionary history on the African continent makes them important subjects for understanding how climate changes and geological events have shaped African biodiversity over millions of years. Recent discoveries, like the rediscovery of the Somali Sengi and the description of new species, highlight the importance of continued field research. These findings remind us that there are still lost species waiting to be found and potentially new species to be described. This underscores the need for ongoing exploration and study of Earth's biodiversity, particularly in remote or understudied areas. The conservation challenges faced by Sengis mirror those of many other species around the world. Habitat loss, climate change, and human encroachment are threats that many animals face. By studying and protecting Sengis, we're not only preserving these unique mammals but also contributing to broader conservation efforts that benefit entire ecosystems. Sengi research also has implications beyond the realm of pure biology. For example, studies of Sengi physiology, particularly their ability to enter states of torpor, could have applications in fields like medicine or space exploration. Their impressive sensory capabilities and spatial memory could inspire innovations in fields like robotics or cognitive science. Moreover, Sengis can serve as charismatic ambassadors for African biodiversity. Their unique appearance and fascinating behaviors make them excellent subjects for public engagement and education about conservation issues. By raising awareness about Sengis, we can foster a greater appreciation for the diversity of life and the importance of protecting it. As we look to the future, Sengi research promises to continue yielding exciting discoveries. From unraveling the intricacies of their sensory systems to understanding their responses to climate change, there are many questions yet to be answered. This ongoing research not only enhances our understanding of Sengis but also contributes to our broader knowledge of mammalian biology, evolution, and ecology. In conclusion, the study of Sengis is a vibrant and important field that touches on many aspects of biology, from evolution and ecology to physiology and behavior. It reminds us of the value of curiosity-driven research and the importance of preserving biodiversity. As we continue to explore the world of Sengis, we're not just learning about a group of fascinating mammals. We're gaining insights that can inform our understanding of life on Earth and our efforts to protect it. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of Sengi research. We hope this exploration has sparked your curiosity and deepened your appreciation for these remarkable creatures. Remember, there's always more to discover in the natural world, and who knows what exciting findings the future of Sengi research might hold. We encourage you to share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. What aspect of Sengi biology fascinated you the most? Are there any areas of Sengi research you'd like to learn more about? Your engagement helps drive the conversation forward and might even inspire future research directions. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Sengi biology, please consider subscribing to our channel for more in-depth explorations of scientific research. And don't forget to like and share this video to help spread awareness about these amazing animals. Thank you again for your attention, and until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep marveling at the wonders of the natural world.